Hi, for those of you who have watched the last tape, yes, I am MrTacpans's 86. The lighting is not so good today. I just wanted to show you just something to carry on to what I did from before. Let me show you what I did before. You see those boxes there? Okay, now that's a small setup, okay? The bigger setup looks like this. Okay, there are 16 boxes. In order to create a square on a square of the heavens, okay, you need 64 boxes. You have to create a cube. They didn't make Rubik's Cube for nothing. They didn't set you up with a set of dice to play and, hey, let's throw the dice, we'll have numbers. No. Clues, man. Aren't we looking to break the codes? They're all clues. If you can format them, just like they format rules and regulations, and then the game actually works out that way, well, this is the same thing. So we have to make this into a 64 blocks in order to create Zion. Then we have to take those little things and we have to insert them. And when you insert them, okay, it becomes like a maze. And now what happens, it starts to create letters. Like, I'll just show you one of them. I don't know if I showed you this already, but this one here, where my finger is, you can do every single letter, if I'm not mistaken, in that one star right here. And you can do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all in that star. So imagine if they're put into this bigger box, okay? How many combinations would you come out with that, okay? I just want to let you know basic combinations from my last tape. There are, wow, my handwriting is so terrible. There's 38 pieces. That means in each square you're going to get 38 pieces, okay, on one side. What I wanted to get to next is the sun. But before I get to the sun, I was working on something earlier, and every time I had 2 6, it just meant this world, the world that we live in right now. I was studying a few things on states: Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Those three states just happen to be 2 and 3 is creation of the beta world, is what it says. And the answer is a total of 25, which means the spirit, the beta world, the spirit, and the other states I studied, and I all matched this up. How did I get these numbers? I tried to make a total of 52. And I got a total of 52 because there's sequences, don't forget. There's things that work with 52 and there's things that not. So if I try to make it work with the 52 and it does, well then therefore it fits in. And it's another piece to unravel the puzzle. Anyways, what I want to get to is there's more to the word sea than anything else, because I looked up sea on the internet. There's a ton of them, but some say Baltics and Gulfs, and they eliminate the word sea. And there are a few of those. Maybe those are the clues. The words that don't say sea, that should say sea on it. What I'm going to get to next was the markings on the telephone. I'm going to try and go over this slowly with you. Okay? As we know, on the old phone, the number 1 never had a marking. Okay? As it's only God who knows his own name, he was, I guess, first. Someone knows. Then we have the 2, which is ABC. Thus the beta world, okay, of creation. Alpha, beta, creation. As as beta plays all 3 roles, thus creation, it is fun to play with Jack, isn't it? King, Queen, and Jack. Okay, the 3 is DEF, which means defer electronic world of man. 3 is for creation, so it means defer man to the electronic world. Then we have 4, which is the angle and the angel. Some always ask me, why don't you put 4 as number 1 for angel, because it's the letter A, because God already takes that spot. You can use it when you're using it on the angles, okay? But otherwise you can't use it. So what I want to show you now is the number 4. Okay, this is how this whole thing came up in my mind. The number 4 is supposed to create a square. So I created a square. Okay? But that's only one square. Now I said, why don't I have 2 squares? I need one for heaven, one for earth. So I recreated 2 squares, if you see them there. So you see those 2 squares? There's a problem. They're not touching. There's another way I can show you this in a tic-tac-toe game, okay, but they're not touching. So they need something to help it connect. Doesn't it look like a wristband watch? It connects the 2 sides of the zeros that you see, or the square zeros. It connects both times, and I call that Area 51. The sun might be the center to our solar system, but the system of the matrix, the system lies and behold in only one planet that has 63 moons. That is Jupiter. One of the reasons why Pluto might be looking to run into Neptune is because they might be on the other side of this strap watch. There's 3 squares in there that you don't see. Can I hold it closer? You see there's 2 squares and then a diamond shape in the center? That also can be discussed and said as the omega sign, and at the same time be the alpha sign. It's going east-west, shoving in that 3rd dice. There's a game called Sickbo in the casino, okay? They shove in that 3rd dice and they play 3. Now the design you see here is the passageways, okay? These are the passageways. You know when you play mini-putt sometimes online, they have that electronic gate? Well, that's like these electronic gates are for our world. I don't know how it works, but that's what comes out. And this also turns into the mug and double. Another thing I want to show you with stripes are these stripes. Okay? Almost the same thing as what I talked about. Not anybody can get into this world. You have to be born into this world. You just don't get in like that. That's not the way it works. Do you think you're going to ring the doorbell? Who's going to notice you? If you ring my doorbell, it doesn't even work. So I wouldn't therefore hear you, and if you scream outside, I might not listen. Then I would never know. Anyways, now we're going to go on, okay? As I said, this was Area 51. Oh my God. Jupiter is the center, my friends. Then I went on to the number 4, which was GHI on the old telephones, which had a number count of 24. And the 4, it says, Day of Man, Game of Heaven and Birth. The words I speak come from the initials underneath the number on the digital telephones from yesteryear. Okay? Number 5 is the number of angel spirits. Thus there is JKL under it. JKL adds up to 33. 33 is command and connect. And that falls on the 5 angel number. The number 6 is man, MNO. Man and angel and birth. But there's something else in this, because on MNO, okay, the O can be taken to as the egg, as the 2 and the 8, meaning from the 2 worlds of birth, okay, or the 4 and 6, meaning man on this earth of creation. So that's the 6th number. Anyways, the 7th number has PQRS and the total value letter count, 70. That's the digital time for God. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. Number 8, total 63. That's right. Number of moons on Jupiter. Number 63 comes from the 2 heavens. That's what you need to connect the 2 of them. And number 9 is WXYZ. Number 98, birth in the heavens, birth of the heavens, birth of this world, the 9 births, the 9 parts of birth. You total it all up, it comes out to 351. 3 areas of 51. Of course 3 areas of 51. First of all, 3 areas of 51, okay, make 153. So it just reverses the numbers, okay? So, just so that old telephone dial, it's telling you about our connection between the planets. You don't have to believe the truth I speak. I only speak what I feel, I think I know, that I think that might be true. Trust the words you sometimes hear that will not cost you. For it is the freedom of the giving of the word that is the benefit. And there is no cost, but there is a gain. Where can you go and get a gain without no cost? It costs you a few minutes to listen, and I appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm going to end it on this. There's a little bit more. But yeah, Jupiter is definitely the center, my friends. September, they're going to have that planet that's moving in real close. It's going to be pushing some airwaves. And then when it moves on by, it's going to be pulling some dust over us. So I believe, when is that going to happen between September and November? Anyways, this is a short tape, 10 minutes. Take care. It was nice speaking to you. They call me Raphael, the one who wants to free the myth of Zazara. I work with MrTacpans's very closely, and he's a close knit, and he hangs up on the wall. He is my friend, and he can be yours. Have a nice evening, gentlemen and ladies.